Edgaras Ulanovas will begin the second half in a rather subdued Zalgiris arena at the moment. Pangos, Ulanovas. Ulanovas looking to just go to work there with the bounce off the window. Too much for Carlos Suarez there, so a promising start. A long way to go. Alberto Diaz, looking to work Kevin Pangos. Milosavljevic will come in and assist. Augustin back out to Diaz. Augustin left all on his own, swinging it out. Suarez, Nedovic. That would have been the basket of the night. And although it didn't drop, you can see from the reaction in the background there of Jasikevicius that he didn't like watching his team get carved open like that. Now, Davis, Mitic, Ulanovas picking that one up. And he's back to the rim. Now he tries to spin it around and he's lost out. Well defended there by Milosavljevic, and Augustin was there to collect the loose change. And Augustin will find Nedovic, who misses out. That could be an expensive one. Mitic. Mitic stops, checks. Yankunas, quiet first half. Mitic driving in. Easy layup. That was the parting of the Red Sea in front of Vasilije Mitic there. Nobody wanted to go near him. Augustin, nobody anywhere near him until Davis gets over there. Late. Nedovic, who's had a couple of shots here in this second half and missed them both. On a work past Davis, Augustin sends it out. Suarez takes a move. The throw down from James Augustin, and he couldn't miss. Sometimes it's about taking what the defense gives you. And Suarez saw that nobody was bothering with Augustin, so he said, there you go. Take a cheapie, take a freebie. Ulanovas. Well defended, but still managed to get all the way to the basket. Well, it's not flash and it's not flashy, but it's effective, this from Zalgiris. Diaz, Augustin at the point. Nedovic, Diaz moving it. Suarez, everybody getting involved. Suarez, Nedovic will go for a triple from the wing. Hits the rim. Augustin tries to get it. Can't. And eventually it scrambles away. Somehow. And much to James Augustin's displeasure, that one goes to Zalgiris. So defensively, they hold again. There have been opportunities in this third quarter for Unicaja Malaga, and they haven't taken them. White, Kavaliauskas check in as Davis and Yankunas will take a break. Zalgiris have halved that 8-point deficit, and they're looking to do a little bit more work. And that one goes against Ulanovas, I believe, after that collision with Dragan Milosavljevic, or was it the big fella? Yeah, there's confirmation. It was the big feet of Antanas Kavaliauskas that tripped up Milosavljevic. And that's a frustrating one. Carlos Suarez, Augustin playing deep. Milosavljevic will just check back. Nedovic with the clock ticking. Takes a drive, gets past Mitic. He's missed again. Suarez manages to recycle it. That's nicely done. Milosavljevic and Pangos colliding. Well, he'll take the foul, of course, Pangos, but they are playing a little bit tougher D here early in this second half. Udry waiting for his call to get back into action. Possession remains with the visitors. Nedovic will get it out. And a beautifully converted bucket for Joan Plaza's side, courtesy of Dragan Milosavljevic. Their long-range shooting has been deadly tonight. Oh, what about that? Going upstairs, Pangos to White. And the alley-oop gets the crowd fired back up again. High flying from Aaron White. And Edgaras Ulanovas has made a stand defensively there against Milosavljevic. And And there is a whistle there against Alberto Diaz as Malaga start for the first time in this game to feel a little bit of pressure. How will they respond? Zalgiris will replace Ulanovas. Very often those two work so effectively in tandem. From the wings, Mitic will drive his way in. Kavaljauskas finishing the job. And now within 3 in what has been a much improved effort through the first 4 minutes of this third quarter. Suarez with the bounce pass to McCallum, who's now back in action for Unicaja Malaga. And it's grit your teeth time for the visitors here. Suarez. Augustine doesn't exactly make a clean connection there and has to get it back to Suarez, who's getting hustled out of this. Clock's ticking. Got to get something going here. Suarez cannot beat the rim, or beats the buzzer, but can't find the basket and put that down to much improved D once again from Zalgiris. There was nowhere for Carlos Suarez to go. He just had to try and take the shot. Meanwhile, down Main Street, and then finished off. No, Kavaljauskas can't get the job done. Pangos went route 1. Kavaljauskas couldn't pick up the pieces. So Zalgiris miss an opportunity to close to within 1. Suarez finds Nedovic, who timed his move there to perfection. So instead of a 1-point game, it swings back to 5 again. Simple as that. Mitic. Kavaljauskas, White on the edge. Once again, they're getting a second opportunity at this, but it's another three-pointer that is the trademark of Zalgiris, and they've missed it. Mitic threads one through to Kavaljauskas, and McCallum just said, no, big fella. Slap that away, but there is a whistle. But the problems from long range continuing here. So after the McCallum foul, I think one of the reasons he tried that foul is that Kavaljauskas is not exactly Mr. Automatic from the line, but he successfully put the first one in there, and Plaza knows this is going to be a white-knuckle ride second half. Good job there from Antanas Kavaljauskas. The gap continues to close. They continue the full-court press, which could be a problem. McCallum was guarded there by Pangos, who did a great job defensively. 3-on-3 there, but McCallum has still got possession. Somehow kept his balance. Augustine will drive in past Yankunas, who could do nothing about that. Big throw down from the former Seska man. Re-establishes some authority for Unicaja Malaga. Pangos. Mitic. Pangos. Thought about it. Mitic might think about it. He checks out as well. So White under the rim is just jammed up there. And Suarez will argue that he did nothing. White had got himself in a bad position, but the officials certainly saw the contact there. Carlos Suarez, the one-time Real Madrid man, saw it otherwise, of course. You saw there both Mitic and Pangos had a chance at a three-pointer there, and the way they've been shooting tonight and last week, neither of them fancied it. So they've lost a little bit of confidence in their ability to convert the long-range stuff. Instead, they're just taking what's available now. McCallum is deep. Malaknis stormed in there. It may have come off his boot. But as McCallum turned, there was big number 21 in a green vest right in front of him. And there is much more intensity about Zalgiris in this third quarter. And there it is, exemplified. Where on earth is Suarez going to go? And he's done brilliantly. Nedovic, Augustine, Diaz. Nedovic gets it back, still plenty of time here. Yankunas is defending him. Malaknis is going over to help him out. And there's a whistle there, goes against Pangos as he was trying to guard McCallum. And once again, Šarūnas Jasikevičius, he loses more weight than his players during a game. He is living and breathing everything. The one-time player who played with such distinction, the only man that's ever won 3 Euroleague championships. 3 different teams, 4 championships. Meanwhile, at the line, McCallum will look to try and settle Joan Plaza's side back down again. They're holding their nerve here, Malaga, as Zalgiris put some serious pressure on them. The crowd are doing what they can do to get in McCallum's face. But he's done his job. Georgi Shermadini returns. Still 5 points. Knocking on the door, Zalgiris, but Unicaja Malaga not opening that door for them. Mitic swings it out for Milaknis. Milaknis will take a move and drop one in. He'll take 2 rather than go for the ambitious 3. Better decision-making here, second half as well for Zalgiris. Now they need a stand. They need a turnover. Augustin, Nedovic, still forcing it. Augustin's got space. McCallum is closed down by Udry. Udry still trying to guard him. Shot clock's going. That one rattles in and around, and White collects an important defensive rebound. Mitic will bring it down the right side. Yankunas runs a bit of interference, and they've left him all on his own, and he'll do that all night long. And the comeback continues. Brilliant execution. Much more efficient offense this from Zalgiris, and much more intense defense as well. Malaga clinging to this lead now. There is a whistle there, as Nedovic was put under intense pressure once again. A little bit too much there. The Ball brothers, and Dad to the far side, Levar. Those great generators of publicity enjoying this one in Kaunas. Edgaras Ulanovas comes back in. Been a much better third quarter from a home perspective, but Malaga still have the lead, albeit a narrow one. Diaz will look for an ambitious one that doesn't come off. Ulanovas collects the rebound. A little bit of a momentum change going on in the second half of this third quarter. Udry fouled by McCallum. And there's 1 or 2 concerned faces on court wearing white vests right now. Momentum has clearly shifted in this game. So Beno Udry from the line gives Zalgiris a chance to get their noses back in front. And they've been trailing for a long, long time in this game. They are level with just under 2 to play, third quarter. If you want a cool head in a tough situation, this is a man you'll turn to. Zalgiris back in front. And this crowd really will start to get wound up now. And it's a real gut check here for Unicaja Malaga. They're under serious pressure. McCallum. How will they respond? Salin gets it out to Suarez, who will swing it out to Diaz. Diaz looks for the baseline drive. Ulanovas shuts that off. He gets it back to Salin, who will have a go. Nothing doing. They've held firm defensively again. Playing much better all round here, Zalgiris. Now Salin, somehow, rather luckily, it ends up in the hands of White, and then Shermadini was there to block that off, and there's a travel call against Aaron White. this has been much more like it from the Zalgiris perspective. And it's probably exactly what Joan Plaza was expecting. You just knew after they'd been so poor by their own standards, Zalgiris, in that first half, that they could not come out in the second half in the same fashion. There was always going to be a reaction, and here it comes. And now Malaga have got to show what they can do as well. McCallum with a minute to go, third. Suarez with the nice bounce pass, and Shermadini with the throw down, and Malaga back in front. Been a really good 10 minutes, this. Milaknis looked and thought about it and then thought better of it. Udry lost out again. That's the second time it's been taken off the veteran in the last minute or so. You saw his reaction to that. Wojcinski got back there on defensive duties. But they retain possession. But they've got to keep a close eye on the clock here. Udry looks, checks, looks to float one in, rattles around and doesn't drop, and Shermadini will collect the rebound, and there is still a chance that Malaga will go further ahead here. The last few seconds of this third quarter. So Zalgiris, having put themselves in front, are in danger of slipping behind again, and Shermadini has done some damage at the other end this time. Effortless from the big Georgian, who's made a stand defensively, then converted offensively, and Udry is going to try and have to beat the buzzer here. And whether it would have counted or not is irrelevant. Taken out of them. That was a big push. Malaga still standing, still leading. 10 minutes away from the first win in Kaunas for 12 years. McCallum will get it back. And that'll go to Wojcinski, who quietly continues to go about his work. He had a taste of the Euroleague 10 years ago as a teenager with Treft Sopot in his native Poland, and then came back through the Euro Cup route, and here he is returning to the big time and doing a great job. It's another alley-oop. They've repeated the trick there. Pangos to White. You think they learned their lesson defensively, Unicaja Malaga? Well, they haven't, and they've been punished for it. Meanwhile, there's contact there with Milaknis and Sasu Salin in the paint, which of course is met with some disdain from Šarūnas Jasikevičius. Four points, the Malaga lead. Carlos Suarez, Shermadini out to Wojcinski, to Salin, and he was not expecting the return pass there, the Pole. A rare breakdown in communication for Joan Plaza's side. So Pangos, with Zalgiris still trailing. He'll go for the floater, which eventually finds its way into the basket, and they pull to within two once again. Pangos pads his personal stats, won't care one hoot for that. Wojcinski. They'll go for Sasu Salin from the edge. Nothing, doing way short there. Kaunas just had to catch that and set Zalgiris back on their way with Pangos, who is picking up some heavy minutes tonight. Can't manage the long-range one. Ulanovas will pick up the loose change. White will release. Ulanovas has got a bunch of white vests to deal with. Kaunas will drive it through, and a great rejection there from Shermadini. Just when it looked like Aaron White was going to throw it down, big Giorgi Shermadini said, not happening. Well, the shot clock requires an instant response here. And that's gone against Zalgiris as Salin hit the deck. And fingers being pointed in the direction of Edgaras Ulanovas. You can see what Arturas Milaknis thinks of that. In fact, it's Milaknis that they've called. Well, he was certainly in the vicinity. Now, Wyszynski, Suarez, Diaz. They still lead here, narrowly. Suarez with an ambitious one that was asking too much of Shermadini. Yankunas collected that. Pangos will look to go. Ulanovas was all on his own there in the paint for a moment. And Adam Wyszynski was forced into a foul. And if Pangos could have found Ulanovas, that would have been an easy throw down. Vasilije Mitic, the Serbian, will come back in. And Ulanovas will check out.